The Fast Food Podcast.
Fast Food Podcast. This is Morgan Heights. Drizzy Saka Freckles in the building. Young Jay in the building. Question I have for you, Drizzy. When is it enough? When is enough enough?
The word is never enough.
When your significant other or your wife keeps embarrassing you in public. Is it when she sits around on a red table and tells you she was fucking your son's brethren all for an entanglement? Or is it when you start filming your husband on the phone without his consent? Or on the eve of your husband's birthday, she posts a video of her and Tupac doing a running man to parents don't understand. By the way, your husband has actually expressed that he is jealous of that relationship. When does it become embarrassing?
I think we just.
And when is it enough?
We just got to start accepting that Jada Pinkett Smith hates Will Smith. Like, it's nothing more, it's nothing less.
That's my cousin Will, man. That's my cousin Will.
Drizzy, I told you. There was an episode where he did the slap, you and Trim were sitting here, and I was trying to express to the mans and them.
Go on.
Choose wisely when you're choosing the chick.
I understand. I respect that.
And man was saying, I don't know what man was saying, but you lot finagled me. You lot almost made me feel like I was saying something crazy, which is why I was animated at the time, because I'm looking at the situation as an embarrassment to your manhood.
Yeah, okay.
And as a public figure, you need your wife, significant other, or girlfriend to represent you.
Right. Okay, just to play angel's advocate here. All right, we've got those instances bookmarked, yeah?
Yeah.
But what about all the other times we don't see where she is probably the best woman to him in the time of need when he needs her to be?
Cool. Do everything either in public or do that shit behind bars.
You're right.
Do hide that shit and keep it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when you're in a relationship, it's cool to let people know certain things that's going on in your life.
Yep.
And leave the rest to mystery.
Be consistent. If you cater to all my needs when I need it, and you're there for me, supporting me, and etc., but you do it privately.
Facts.
But there were little missteps I do make. It's done publicly.
It's
then
crazy.
we have to do everything publicly.
Wait.
We have to do everything publicly.
That's a question, Mose. I got a question for you.
Go for it.
You're a married man.
Of course, go for it.
So if your wife does something dumb in public, and she's arguing as if she's in the right, but you know in your mind that this is probably the dumbest thing she's done in your entire marriage,
Yeah.
Are you correcting her there and then, or are you backing her?
She gets corrected.
There and then, you're correcting her in public?
Yeah, it's happened in public.
You're a brave man.
No, because this is the thing. When you're in a relationship, especially when you're married, you reflect each other, right? So what you do and what she does is a reflection of each other. So when you go outside and you present yourself, you're not only just reflecting yourself. You are
representing you.
You're like, okay, that's
as a union.
Exactly, as a union. So if you're doing tomfoolery, your husband is going to feel the ramifications of it, and vice versa, right? So it's like this. For me, Will Smith is the talent. Let's not get it twisted. Will Smith is the talent of that family. He's the one that makes the bread in that family, the majority of the bread. Jada does a little this and a little that and whatnot.
She's a movie star.
Yeah, she does her thing.
She's a star, and Will Smith is a global
and
superstar.
Will Smith is box office.
Yeah.
Right?
At one point,
Will Smith is an Oscar winner.
Yeah, at one point
Say
there was
no
a
more.
period of time, I think just after Enemy of the State, because he did Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Like there was a run where it's like if you put Will Smith's name on a poster, you're making P.
Yeah.
And he had a run. He's the only person I know that had that run. Put Will Smith's name on the poster,
and it goes.
People going to the cinema to watch him. Jada has done her bit. She's been in Matrix, Girls Trip.
It's not the same.
All the I understand, but
that's the Drake Hove conversation we're having all over again.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
No. Go for it.
No. But
you're in your bag.
But I was just saying all that to say I understand your point.
Yeah.
I think that and I haven't finished reading this book yet, so that's on me.
Okay.
But Will Smith's book that came out maybe 2-3 years ago,
Right.
Time, because you know how time flies. He touched on certain things, like he used to see his mum getting beat up by his dad.
Right.
It used to piss him off, but he never fought back.
Right.
And that's one of his biggest regrets to date, is that he never, whenever there was the fight, whenever he needed to be in the fight,
Right.
he just could never bring himself to get in the fight.
Right. So there's frustration.
Right.
Right.
And I think that needs to be taken into account, and like you just have to, just be consistent, man. Just be consistent. And you know, the last incident we had, it's just like there was another incident, I believe, when supposedly someone got arrested for Tupac's murder, which is like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
And apparently she must have wrote a letter in regards to that news. And I saw a lot of people up in arms about it, and I'm like, I get your point, because you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's another slap to the face of Will Smith and his man.
But she's finding peace over her friend that died.
Okay.
But that's what's not being looked into.
No,
because you got to think about it like this.
This is why.
Because I understand.
I get vexed.
I understand where you're coming from, yeah. But at the end of the day,
that's why this vexes,
bro. Because you got to deep it, bro. You got to know.
Tupac's been dead for about how long, bro?
And there's not been any clarity or peace over his death,
bro. What are we doing, bro? In 2023, bro.
Okay.
Willow already put a letter out saying that, oh, Tupac, my mum misses you, and blah blah blah. You don't forget about that. And then on the eve of your husband's birthday, you got a video out of you and Tupac dancing in a video to your record. Parents don't understand.
But I don't think she meant cousin Will then.
But this is
but you gotta understand though, yeah. You gotta understand.
I'm gonna get mad. I'm guessing that we're not talking from experience here. I'm just guys.
Is there something you want to get off your chest?
Drizzy and Jay, I'm talking from a place of, where is the respect coming? When is Will Smith going to get respect from his wife? Because there's certain things that you need to hold down for the sanctity of your family and your husband.
Right.
Cool, you got these. What you're telling me is not news. Okay, cool. She loved Tupac. She had a relationship with him.
That was her best friend.
They were best friends or whatever. Yeah. We know that. That's not news. Yeah. But why is things keep regurgitating? Why are you keep putting your man on blast and embarrassing not just your man, your husband in public for us to scrutinize it? Because I'm looking at this like, bro, like, and I said this before, Jada Pinkett, like, I used to love Jada Pinkett. I thought she was fine growing up. I thought she was a hottie. I was like, Jada Pinkett, say it off, all of that. I loved her. But as a man who's married and grown up and understand the dynamics of a relationship, it's the same thing as this. Me going out and misrepresenting my wife. Now my wife's got to get phone calls. Now my wife has to get this. My wife, do you know Morgs is outside doing this and doing that and misrepresenting your relationship? You got to come home to that.
Yeah, but Morgs.
How many times you going to be disrespectful?
Morgs. You're expecting accountability from a woman.
Bro, I'm expecting accountability from somebody who says they respect their husband. And clearly she doesn't, because actions speak louder than words.
You're expecting accountability from a woman, man. Come on, man. We know how that ends at the end of the day.
Right. So I'm gonna say this to the women out there that's listening and that you're in relationships with. If your man is doing the right thing, do the right thing by him. If he's not, forget the other relationships that are going wrong, or there's infidelity, or there's a Mazzolini. I'm talking about the women who are in good relationships and their man comes home and represents them. Respect your man and don't misrepresent him, because you are a reflection of him, which makes you look crazy if that happens. It's like people don't understand when you're in a relationship. You can go, imagine you in a relationship and then you start yapping off to other people about what your man is doing wrong. That makes you look crazy because that's your man. And people don't get it. People think that it's a separate. When you're married or you're in a relationship, it's a separate thing. Oh well, he's doing that, and that's who you chose. And that's who represents you.
It's true because you know one thing I've been seeing on Twitter lately. Yeah, I've been seeing like how certain men would have been in previous relationships. Yeah. And they're getting a new one, and how they are in that new relationship is a completely different man. Like they're happier, they're treating the woman differently, and it's like people will be like, "Oh, so why couldn't she get all of this?" It's like, bruv, do you not realize she was the problem then?
And this is the thing.
Like I think people are so quick to point out this and that's different, yeah, but not actually niggas can't read between the lines.
I was watching something.
This is why black people don't pass English.
Jesus Christ. I was watching this thing on TikTok, yeah.
Not on Black History Month. Come on.
I am black for 1 month.
I was watching this thing on TikTok, yeah, where I can't remember who he was. I think he does a podcast, and he was explaining to some other lady in the clip where he was like, when you're in a relationship and you have an argument, does your significant other run to family members? And does the family members or the women the people they run to disrespect you? Yeah. Or do they go back to your husband because he's doing the right thing and I want you two to be together and what you're telling me you can fix? Yeah. Or are those people you're going to separate you from that relationship? Because this is the problem. Right. In my relationship, I would never go to my mum and diss my wife. No. I would, and even if I did do that, my mum would tell me about myself. Yep. And my dad would tell me about myself because I'm relying on them to keep me together, and vice versa.
And so the thing is as well, yeah, with your parents, yeah, they know you.
Yes.
They know Morgan.
Yes.
They know Morgan the child.
Yes.
Morgan the teenager.
That's right.
Morgan the young adult.
Exactly, and that's what there's not enough of.
The Fast Food Podcast.